Lesson 4, Statistical Approaches. These are the variables in my research, and I define their types with different colors. I made some new variables. For example, by using weight and height, I calculated the BMI, and then categorized it into 3 subgroups. Let's organize them by their types. And now I can approach them statistically, in 4 different ways: comparison, correlation, estimation, and regression. Let's start with comparisons. For example, I can compare the mean of BMI between men and women. Or, I can compare the blood pressure between 3 subgroups of BMI. I also can compare the blood cholesterol in the same group of people between 2 different days. Or even compare the proportion of married people in different city areas. In every kind of comparison, my research question is whether there's any difference between different groups. And the null hypothesis implies that there is no difference between groups. So, to answer the question, I need either to accept or reject the null hypothesis. And for this, I need to calculate a p-value. And for every type of comparison, different statistical tests are used to calculate the p-value. As you can see here, some comparisons have 2 test options, one parametric and one non-parametric. In parametric tests, we compare the means, and in non-parametric, the medians. The next statistical approach is correlation, which by measuring a coefficient value, evaluating the strength and direction of the relationship between 2 variables. The correlation is always between -1 and +1. And if the coefficient is equal to 0, there is no correlation. And remember, correlation does not necessarily imply causality. The next approach is regression, that is usually comes after finding a strong correlation. In statistics, there are various types of regression analysis. And regression refers to a modeling technique used to examine the relationship between independent variables and a dependent variable. We call the independent variables the prediction model. The other statistical approach is estimation, that can calculate the probability, or risk of occurrence of an output variable by an input variable. Thank you for watching.